Jordan Fisher, welcome to London and welcome to That Grape Juice.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
No worries at all. You hit a lot of people's radar with All About Us, but we know your story started a while before then. For those that don't know, tell us a little bit about your showbiz journey up until this point.
Sure. My story's interesting because it started in gymnastics. It's really the biggest thing. I learned a lot just in terms of willpower and time management and discipline and all of these things from a really young age. I started at 2, and that progressed and was consistent throughout my childhood. Up to 5th grade, there was a girl that I had a crush on that joined the drama club, and so I joined the drama club because Mama didn't raise a fool, and that then led to theater, community theater, and then regional theater, professional theater, and then that led to LA at 13. I met a manager who is still my theatrical manager to this day, and she asked if I'd ever consider TV and film, and I said, I don't know what you mean by that, but that took me to LA, and I had this thing in my gut where music was concerned. I was just like, I love it, and I want to get into it. I fully want to dive into this world, make music, and put it out, and just see what happens. And that took me really 10 years in terms of developing my artistry and knowing what I want sonically and artistically to give to people and how I want to introduce myself. I've had all of this time to develop who I am as an artist and what I want to say and what I want to do, and take my influences and who and what I'm inspired by and create something new with that. And so it was just a matter of time where from the creative process of developing all of that and writing for the last 6 years and then getting signed and having the opportunity to actually put it out and do it in a really meaningful and powerful way. So it's been a fun couple of years, but this 2016, I guess, has definitely been the most transformative.
Definitely.
2017 is one that I'm really looking forward to.
Definitely. Your EP kind of harnessed everything that you just mentioned.
Sure.
Your self-titled EP, which we really like. We like tracks such as Counterfeit and All About Us. For those that are checking you out on Spotify or Apple Music, how would you define your sound?
To people that have never heard me or maybe they're just discovering me, I would say that obviously music is subjective, right? Art is subjective in general, and I think it's Maxwell that once said, I think it's Maxwell. Quote me on that, don't quote me on that. I'm like 98% sure it's Maxwell. I said he doesn't like to give the meanings of songs to people because everybody hears them in a certain way, and if there's a song that seemed meaningful to me 5 years ago that I hear now and I go, oh, that's what they mean. Oh my God, like that. You hear it in a totally different way. I like to go on that journey myself, and I would love for other people to do the same thing. I mean, for me, the way that I would describe my sound, the way I would describe my artistry is just, I grew up listening to the greats that really revolutionized pop and soul and R&B in the 80s and early 90s. The Lionel Richies, the Michaels, the Princes, the Stevie Wonders, the Doobie Brothers, Isley Brothers. I mean, even Michael Bolton, Whitney Houston, the people that really revolutionized those genres in a powerful way and brought that to a pop sensibility for radio. That what they were doing was essentially the same thing I'm doing now. They were taking influences that they grew up loving and bringing that to a pop sensibility in their era, and that's what I'm trying to do now. That's it's hard to say. I mean, where the EP's concerned, there's 4 songs that I feel like fully embody what the full-length record is, and kind of gives 4 dimensions of the record without giving too much away.
That's a great segue though, because speaking of the album, a lot of your fans are quite keen to know what we can expect from it. I know that
Sure.
Oak produced on the EP.
Yeah.
Who are you working with on the album, and when can we expect it?
So Oak did work on the EP, and we did a little over half of the record together, which is super exciting and an honor for me. Definitely EP did, and there's some heavy hitters on the full-length album as well. Danger, and I did probably my favorite song I've ever written called Always Summer. It's a song that's on the full-length. I'm really excited for people to hear. Blueprint, Dream Lab, Dwayne Whitmore, J.Q. Smith, Verse Simmons. It was a whole collaborative process, and one of the most incredible experiences that I've had as an artist.
Cool, so an all-star lineup there, right?
What's that?
An all-star lineup.
I mean, one that I'm proud of for
Definitely,
sure, yeah.
as you should be. So when can fans expect it?
Fans can expect at the top of the year.
Okay. So you've spoken very highly of your grandparents who raised you. Who are some of your other influences? I know you kind of tapped on some of your musical influences, but who are some of your influences in life?
Yeah. I mean, just for context, you know, they, by blood, she, you know, my mom is by blood my grandmother, and he's my step-grandfather, but they've been mom and dad since day one. They've always been mom and dad. You know, they're only 54. They, you know, the same age as all my other friends' parents, and they you know, circumstances are an incredible thing, but they're mom and dad. Their parents are my grandparents, but you know, so they've definitely been a massive influence in my life, just in terms of consistency. Honestly, they're what they have gone through and what they've had to deal with in their life, and the amount of time that they've been raising kids. I mean, it's an incredible thing that it has inspired me just to be the best that I can possibly be, always, and treat people kindly and right. You know, I mean, I just don't think that there's any room in the world for anything less than that, and they're incredible reminders for me to be the best I can possibly be. And artistically, I mean, some of my other biggest influences would be Stevie Wonder is definitely somebody that has done a lot for me as an artist. You know, he again, it's just, you know, persevered and dealt with things that a lot of people haven't had to deal with. You know, both race and a disability that would, you know, hinder a lot of people, even emotionally. You know, sometimes I feel like so many people take what they've been given and, you know, feel or become over time destroyed or, you know, picked apart by that. And he just never has, because he's had the best sense of humor about everything and has also managed to make the best music ever. You know.
Cool. So you opened up for Alicia Keys tomorrow at the iTunes Music Festival. How did that come about, and how do you feel about it?
Oh wow! I am performing at that music festival tomorrow. It's bananas. Alicia Keys is somebody that I've been listening to since wow, for what, 15 years now, I think, was when she put her first album out, 2001. It's crazy. And yeah, the fact that I get to share a stage with her tomorrow is pretty incredible. I don't know how it came about. I don't care. I don't care how it came about, but it came about, thank God. And I'm beyond honored and humbled to be a part of the process and to see my face and name on a lineup, you know, with such incredible people that I've loved for years and are inspired by. And you know, it's every week, every year, every day even gets a little cooler and a little cooler. And I think that's just you know, a very healthy reminder for me to keep working hard. And I'm so excited to be here, to be in London, and to play such a legendary venue, you know, with legendary people. I'm very excited.
Cool. And you know, it's a very crowded marketplace at the moment. You know, with the advent of streaming, you know,
Sure.
people have a lot more choice than ever before.
Absolutely.
How do you plan to stand out in a sea of the Chris Browns and the Jason Derulos and the Justin Timberlakes? How does Jordan Fisher plan to stand out and make his own mark?
It's an interesting question. You know, I mean, I think that standing out in an industry that has become, I think, so. I don't even know if oversaturated is the proper term, but oversaturated really in content. You know, with the use of so many different websites and the outlets that are available to people. I mean, it's an incredible thing in one sense, because you can, you know, those that are inspired and want to create, want to put it out and see what happens, that they have the opportunity, the ability to do so now, which is an incredible thing. You know, things that weren't available to me when I was, you know, an early teenager, that people can experiment with now. To, you know, you can go on YouTube and learn how to build a track and record and put it out. And some people get massive hits on it and build a career from that, which is an incredible thing. There is a lot of noise to rise above now, but I think again, just kind of, you know, going back to a place of subjectivity where music is concerned is a very important thing. I think that as long as I, Jordan Fisher, am inspired and am loving the music that I'm creating and having fun with the music that I'm creating, it's my obligation and responsibility to put it out and let other people that feel authentically and organically drawn to that to feel whatever they feel. And it's not up to me to force anything down people's throats. It's not up to me to, make anything that I'm not inspired by to try to stay with the times or whatever. I'm just gonna always do what I love and what I have fun with, and people that love it can love it, and those that don't, it is what it is, but I'm very proud of what I am doing, and I'm excited and grateful that it's working.
So switching things up, what would you say has been your most embarrassing moment to date?
My most embarrassing moment today, I just got a question similar to this. I'm gonna start saying this way now. I maybe have had some embarrassing moments, I just don't really know what it takes a lot to embarrass me. I'm sure that I've embarrassed myself before, and I've just not known. Either that or it happens and I forget about it, because I don't know, Hakuna Matata, yeah.
Cool. So, but
knock on wood, obviously. I would love for that to continue to be a thing. Yeah.
Cool. So switching things up, let's play a quick game.
Okay.
I'm going to give you two names.
Okay.
You tell me which you prefer and why.
Okay.
Okay. So sleeping in or turning up?
Sleeping in or turning up? Sleeping in.
Cool. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, sleeping in.
Sleeping in. Okay, cool. Snapchat or Instagram?
Instagram.
Beyonce or Rihanna?
Beyonce. Just Beyonce. You can't put anybody else with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Hillary or Trump?
Oh.
Hey,
we're not going to get into it.
Cool. We're not answering that one?
No, we're not going to answer that one.
Cool.
No.
And finally, if we could press fast forward to next year, what would Jordan Fisher want to have under his belt as achievements?
I would love to be on a world tour. That would be awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. There's a lot of things I would like to have under my belt this time next year, but things that happen are awesome. That if and when they do, and what hasn't happened yet, I'm young. I've got a lot of life to live. So I look forward to building this thing over a long period of time.
Way out there. And final question: a lot of your fans, when they found out we were going to be interviewing you, they were like, "Could we just please have an acapella of All About Us?"
Oh.
Would that be possible?
So let's start it off like we'll never stop, baby. Just be still, let your body talk to me. I'll give you everything you need, yeah. We could run over you, take you to that place. So let down your hair, set your mind at ease. We'll be living in a dream, 'cause tonight.
Thank you very much.
There you go,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Thank you.